Retirement is often painted as the golden chapter of life, a time to slow down, travel more, and finally enjoy the rewards of decades of hard work. For many, moving to Spain makes that dream even more appealing. Sunshine, a slower pace of life, incredible food, and a strong sense of community. It all sounds like the perfect setting for a happy retirement. But Spain is a huge country with 17 autonomous regions, so choosing the best one for you can be a bit daunting. This is because each region is different from one another, and sometimes just going from town to town will make you find small local differences as well. So in this video, we have highlighted the pros and cons of some of the top regions of Spain for retirees. Beyond the terrain and weather, we will showcase crucial insight on the cost of living and property prices of each region as well. In terms of residency, Spain's primary retirement pathway is its non-lucrative visa. This visa requires proof of an annual income amounting to 28,800 euros, which is equivalent to 32,000 US dollars. Aside from the income requirement, a private health insurance and a clean criminal background is mandatory. So from the north to the south, here are the top best regions for retirement in Spain. Number 11. Castilla y León. This autonomous region covers a large swath of land to the northwest of Madrid. The terrain is an impressive mix of valleys, mountains, and plateaus. The main cities are Valladolid, Burgos, Salamanca, Segovia, and Leon. Apart from the cities, there are several small towns and a vast countryside filled with vineyards in its Duero Valley. The local economy also benefits from a range of agriculture and industrial sectors. Many foreign nationals have invested in land here and have established small homesteads. Although not a famous region for retirement, it is definitely cheaper and more authentic with a laid-back lifestyle. But living here comes with some obvious cons. Firstly, healthcare here is not as buoyant even in its major cities, though clinics and routine checkups are easily available. Secondly, having full command over Spanish is a must in this region, as English is not spoken on day-to-day basis. Other than this, the cost of living is affordable, even if you reside in its cities like Burgos and Leon. On average, a couple can live very well for under 1,800 US dollars a month. Also, keep in mind that there aren't many retirees here, so you will be mostly surrounded by Spaniards. Number 10. Murcia. This is a small region in southeast Spain that sits along the Mediterranean coast. It has gorgeous beaches and a few bigger cities. The capital of the region is the namesake city of Murcia, which is the 7th largest municipality in Spain. Other main cities are Cartagena and Lorca, both of which are renowned for their seaside resorts. It is a fun region to retire in, especially if you are looking to learn Spanish and immerse yourself in local culture. There are very few international retirees here, so you can really meet Spanish people because you will be forced to hang out with them instead of being with other foreigners. A common criticism is that Murcia can feel quieter and less cosmopolitan than Spain's headline coastal hotspots. Its nightlife, international scene, and cultural buzz are more subdued. Yet this downside is precisely what many praise. The tranquility, safety, and slower pace contribute to a more grounded, community-oriented lifestyle. Murcia also has the lowest cost of living out of all the coastal regions of Spain, so it's a good place to live in Spain if you are living on a tight budget. However, weather in this part of Spain tends to get very hot in peak summer months, so if you can't tolerate the heat, this region is probably not for you. Number 9. Asturias. Asturias is a small, lesser-known region in northern Spain along the coast. The region is extremely green, and not the average foreigner's perception of how Spain looks. The coastal area is extremely rugged, with many amazing beachheads. The main cities are Gijón and the capital Oviedo. However, it is known to be gloomy and rainy in this part of Spain, especially in winter, so keep that in mind if you are retiring in Asturias. While this makes it less attractive to sun-seeking retirees, it has become increasingly popular among nature lovers, hikers, remote workers, and early retirees looking for a more active outdoor lifestyle. Elegant Oviedo, the regional capital, is unusually pristine for a city, with cafe terraces on pedestrianized squares in the medieval core. While Gijón is the biggest city in Asturias, with a large port and a dynamic gastronomic and cultural scene. The cost of living in both of these cities is higher than those in the interior parts, but with all monthly expenses added, a single person can easily reside here for under $2,000. Spanish is the predominant language in Asturias, but English is understood by most of its locals. Number 8. The region of Aragon. The autonomous region of Aragon occupies a position to the north of the country and borders France. A large section of the Pyrenees mountain range is located within this region. It boasts a population of 1.3 million inhabitants, roughly half of which reside in its capital city of Zaragoza. The capital is very developed with modern infrastructure, services, and amenities. Its historic core, healthcare access, and reliable rail links to Madrid and Barcelona make it attractive. The median living cost in Zaragoza can be around $2,000, but with a bit of smart budgeting, one can manage to reside under $1,800. While the rural towns such as Caspe, Teruel, or Borja are even more affordable, and one can easily retire in any of these towns for under $1,500. The main downside is that rural parts of Aragon can feel isolated, with limited English spoken and fewer international amenities. But this lack of over-tourism allows for a more immersive Spanish lifestyle. Apart from the city life, the northern Aragon region is near the French border and is home to the Aragonese Pyrenees Mountains, where you'll find a number of ski resorts and hill stations. Number 7. Castilla-La Mancha. Located just south of Madrid, but north of Andalusia, Castilla-La Mancha is a largely rural region that is not very populated, meaning that even if you are living in a city, it will probably feel less cramped. Living in a setting like this gives you the opportunity to really connect with Spaniards, learn Spanish, and be able to save more money. However, it's more difficult to travel to other parts of Europe from Castilla-La Mancha, unless you live in its cities like Guadalajara or Toledo, which are just 30 minutes away from Madrid. Depending on where you live in Castilla-La Mancha, you will be close to other popular cities to visit in Spain, like Valencia, Madrid, Granada, Alicante, and much more. Besides the city amusement, it's also famous among outdoor buffs, as it hosts the largest number of officially designated nature reserves and national parks. Most of the retirees base themselves in its city of Toledo. Due to its close proximity to the country's capital, Madrid, it is well developed and equipped with first-class healthcare system. Cost of living is fair too. Unlike expensive Madrid, living costs in Toledo rarely exceed $1,800. Number 6. The Basque Country. The Basque region, aptly known as País Vasco, is located in the north of Spain on the Bay of Biscay, right beside the French border. This region is known for its strong cultural identity and its own unique language. It is a great region of Spain to live in. There is a lot to do, and it's right on the coast. However, the beaches aren't made for swimming all year round, as it gets pretty cold and rainy in winter. Like much of northern Spain, the rain keeps it green though. However, in summer season, between June and August, many people hail to its coastal resort city of San Sebastian for its film festival and cultural events. The international community, mainly in the capital Bilbao, is strong. Therefore, settling here is much more easier than most of the other areas in northwestern Spain. Monthly expenses are higher in the Basque Country when compared to other regions on the Atlantic side of Spain, especially in Bilbao and San Sebastian, but they are larger cities with a lot to offer. When it comes to living expense, the median cost of living for a sole individual, including rent and accommodation, cloaks at 1,800 euros, which roughly equate to 2,000 US dollars. Number 5. Catalonia. Located in northeastern Spain, Catalonia is a famous region, known for its distinct Catalan language and culture. It is home to beautiful vineyards, the Pyrenees mountain ranges, and endless strips of the breathtaking Costa Brava coastline, as well as Barcelona, the region's capital. Besides the capital, other notable cities in this region include Tarragona and Girona. All of these cities boast astounding art galleries and incredible architecture to pulsating nightlife, as well as fantastic sporting events and fine dining. Retirees can enjoy the beaches both in and around these cities. The services and infrastructure in these cities are also well regulated, and this region receives a great deal of fresh seafood, vegetables, fruit, and other goods. On the contrary, the cost of living in this part of Spain is expensive, especially near coastal front. Nevertheless, it varies by one's lifestyle, and there are several small localities near its major cities where one can live comfortably on a small budget. In addition to this, it can get very crowded at times. Barcelona alone receives more than 16 million visitors annually. So if you are seeking peace, this region is not the right fit for you. Most retirees settle a bit further away from Barcelona in smaller towns where the crowds are less and the community is more close-knit. Number 4. The Canary Islands. The Canary Islands are located more than 1,000 kilometers away from mainland Spain in the North Atlantic Ocean, off the northwestern coast of Africa. It's composed of 8 islands, 5 islets, and 8 distinctive rocky formations. All of these islands have really unique geographic features and marvelous beaches, but are pretty far from mainland Spain. But despite being far off, the Canary Islands are the second most visited region of the country, after Catalonia. Out of the 8 islands, Tenerife and Gran Canaria tend to be the biggest draws for visitors, expats and retirees alike. Getting to and around the islands is very easy. Multiple airlines operate regular international flights to its 6 international airports. While the local ferry and inter-island flight network keeps the archipelago tightly linked, therefore, retirees can move between the islands smoothly. The terrain and atmosphere on each one of these islands is quite different, so selecting the right one is up to the retiree's preferences. But whether you fall for Lanzarote's sweeping, cool gray vistas, La Palma's green valleys, or Tenerife's city life, each one of these is highly developed and easily accessible. Monthly expenses are moderate by European standards. A budget of $1,800 to $2,200 is more than enough for a single person. Rent takes the biggest chunk out of this sum, and fresh produce is reasonable thanks to the local agriculture, though imported goods can be pricier. Number 3. The Valencian Community. The autonomous region of the Comunidad Valenciana is located on the eastern coast of Spain. It is profoundly Mediterranean, with a vast coastal plain alternating with striking mountainous areas, so visitors can enjoy the sea and the good climate all year round. Its namesake capital city of Valencia is the biggest city of this region, with a population of around 850,000 it is ideal for working expats. While the coastal gems of Alicante and Torrevieja are great for retirees to unwind and buy sea-facing property, particularly apartments. Average price of a mid-sized condo starts from $200,000. This price point can climb even higher for properties with sea views or easy access to the beach. The region also boasts many resort cities like Benidorm, which is renowned throughout Spain for the nightlife scene. But if you're not into clubbing, there are several vineyards, concert halls, museums, and outdoor cinemas for a more cultured experience. Being a popular region among vacationers, the cost of living in Valencia is higher than average. In peak seasons, prices for everything, be it food, accommodation, or entertainments, doubles. However, if you have a permanent residence, you are rarely affected by this price hike. On average, one must have a monthly budget of at least $2,200 to enjoy a fruitful retirement in Valencia. Number 2. Andalusia. Andalusia occupies Spain's entire southern coast. It is the largest in terms of population and the second largest when it comes to size. To some, this region truly defines Spain. There's warm weather, several architectural wonders, outgoing locals, sandy beaches, flamenco music, and tapas. Some of Spain's most famous cities, like Sevilla, Malaga, and Granada, are located in Andalusia, making it one of the most appealing regions. While smaller towns and coastal villages radiate a peaceful charm that's impossible to resist. The long coastal stretch forms the Costa del Sol, which is one of the most popular holiday and second home locations in Europe. The international community is very strong and active in this part of Spain, with more than 350,000 retirees from the UK, America, Canada, and Scandinavia living permanently. The cost of living fluctuates throughout the region. If you reside in an upscale seaside town, you will have to pay a premium, but those retiring further inland spend under $2,000 per month. The local property market is also very buoyant in Andalusia. Many foreign nationals have racked up sumptuous estates near its coastlines. All in all, this vibrant region in Spain's Iberian Peninsula offers a healthy blend of history, culture, cuisine, regional identity, and lifestyle that can make your golden years feel even more special. And finally, at number 1, the Balearic Islands. The Balearic Islands are stereotypical Mediterranean in all the best ways. The archipelago is made up of 4 main islands: Mallorca, Menorca, Ibiza, and Formentera. All are very popular and distinct in their own unique way. Mallorca is the main island where you get access to top-notch infrastructure and the capital of the Balearics, the city of Palma. Menorca is a bit more relaxed and close-knitted. Many wealthy investors buy vacation and retirement homes here. Ibiza is known for its party and nightlife, with lively concerts and cultural events. And finally, Formentera is very secluded, with a peaceful atmosphere and a relaxed hippie vibe. Getting to and around each one of these islands is very convenient. The more populous 3 islands have international airports, though Formentera can be accessed only by a ferry. The main island for most international retirees is Mallorca, with its azure blue beaches, pleasant climate, and diverse topography. Additionally, the island boasts an excellent healthcare system, including both public and private facilities. The crime rate is low, and its friendly community makes it easier for newcomers to settle in. It also promotes an active lifestyle, as one can partake in several recreational activities, from a swim or hike in the mountains to golfing or even horse riding. On the flip side, its cost of living is very high, and its property market is very expensive. Nevertheless, basic necessities aren't costly, and a retired couple could live very comfortably on $4,500 to $6,000 a month. Thanks for watching! If you find this video informative, be sure to leave a like. If not, then a dislike. And don't forget to subscribe for more amazing content.